a new virus has been detected with a fatality rate upwards of 70%, putting the WHO, World Health Organization, along with other officials across the globe on high alert, as this is triggering lockdowns, quarantines, mask wearing, and pre-screenings at airports before travelers are allowed to fly. Does that sound a little familiar? Yeah, exactly. We literally just went through this about 6 years ago, right? So this is something that a lot of people are really wondering about and keeping an eye on, because this is still relatively early on. Only a handful of people have been diagnosed with this so far, but that's exactly how COVID started about 6 years ago. And then a few months later, here we are in the United States, locked down, told to stay at home, and they're filling up our bank accounts with money and all kinds of other things that were happening at that time, right? Well, that's exactly the situation that's happening here, is the starting stages of this virus. And again, a lot of organizations on high alert with this virus that's coming out. Anyway, I have this article right here. I'm going to pop it up on the screen in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what this talks about, the name of the virus, the conditions, how it's spread, the symptoms of it, all the details like this. Yeah, is this going to be COVID 2.0? Let's hope not. Let's really hope not, because like I said, with a fatality rate of upwards of 70%, we don't want to see that sucker sweep across here. That'd be a very ugly and sad situation all across the globe. Anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details on this. Let me explain some of the details on this. All right, so this is called Nipah virus. Maybe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's Nipah. Nipah? Drop your comment down below. How do you think that's pronounced? I think it's Nipah. It could be something else. I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. But here's the deal. Only a handful of people so far in India have contracted this, but it's not a good situation, okay? These individuals, once they contract this, between about 4 and 14 days is when the initial symptoms start to show up, and that could just be like flu-like symptoms, nausea, maybe vomiting, fever, things like this. Not that big of a deal. But maybe a handful of days later, this individual is likely going to fall into a coma. So you go from being like, I feel like a little sick today and not feeling all that great, to all of a sudden this individual is in a coma. Not a good situation, right? Yeah, that's a scary situation. Now, here's what else was very interesting about this one. It's a zoonotic virus. What this means is it can be transferred from animals and humans, okay? So it could be transmitted between a human to human with very close contact, and it could also be transferred from animals to humans. So could you imagine that, right? It's like a double whammy. Stay away from everybody and everything that's living, right? Just like stay away from everything, because anything could give it to you, right? So no, here's the deal with this. It is not reported in the United States as of yet. And let's just be real. Let's hope it does not make its way to the United States as of right now. But we don't know. That's why we need to continue to keep an eye on this. Now, the WHO, again, the World Health Organization, is keeping an eye on this. They do have a couple confirmed cases in India so far. And again, as we're sitting here in the United States, we might be thinking, it's India, East India, like it's not going to make its way here. Did we feel the exact same way about COVID about 6 years ago when it was in China? And we're like, it's not going to come here. Come on, that's China. That's so far away. It was not that much longer, and sure enough, it's everywhere in the United States, right? So I'm not suggesting that it's coming here, this new Nipah virus. I'm not saying that it's coming here. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the doctor. I'm not the scientist. I don't know. I'm just saying this is something that sounds eerily similar to what we experienced about 6 years ago in early 2020 when we're all just living our lives, and then sure enough, things start to get canceled. We're told to stay home, and we're like, what is going on here? This seems really, really weird. I'm pretty sure everything's fine, right? And then sure enough, like it was not much longer later, we're like literally just being told to stay at home. Don't move. You just stay at home, right? You come out of your house, you're going to get a fine or whatever. Anyway, it was a nasty situation. So this is the next one that we're watching very closely. And again, after the whole COVID situation, maybe all of us are maybe just a little bit more sensitive to some of these headlines that are out there. And, oh, we got a new virus. Oh my, it's this new big thing. Is this going to be the next one? Nobody knows, right? And again, maybe we're just more sensitive to it now after going through the whole COVID situation. Or maybe, there's a ton of viruses like this that have always been out there. And maybe we've just kind of overlooked all these different things and not really thought much of it. But after COVID, we're like, uh-oh, is this going to be the next one? I don't know. Yet to be seen, right? But either way, here's the super scary part about this. This one also has a fatality rate of between 40 and 70%. Now, I'm going to be fair with you. I did not look up the fatality rate of COVID. I don't I mean, maybe I did like 5, 6 years ago, something like that. I don't remember what it was. I don't know currently what it is as of right now. I think it was relatively low, like sub 1%. Again, don't quote me on that. You can feel free to drop some comments down below if you know the fatality rate of COVID, of exactly what that was. Again, I'm not trying to say like it was not a big deal. I'm not saying that it was a huge deal. I'm just saying I don't know what the fatality rate of COVID was. And I haven't looked it up in many, many years. If I ever did, honestly, I don't even really know. But it was, significantly lower than 40 to 70%. That's the big deal about this. So that if this new Nipah virus actually gets out, and if it starts spreading around, this would be a nasty one. This would be really, really nasty, right? That is a very, very high fatality rate. And it sounds like in a matter of days from contracting this, the individual is having flu-like symptoms and then falling into a potential coma, literally in days. I don't know about you. That sounds scary, right? You're like, Bob is good. Bob is fine. He's doing great. And then all of a sudden, Bob is not feeling so good one day. And then Bob's in a coma like a week later. I don't know. That sounds super scary, right? And again, I'm just using Bob as just a random name here, just to choose, right? But again, I'm not like pointing out anyone in particular. I'm just saying that sounds very, very scary to me. I'm not sure about you if that's the situation that we maybe have to, contend with at some point here. But anyway. According to what I've been reading on this and in this article here, they are suggesting that some areas are suggesting lockdowns, quarantines. Again, they're doing these pre-screenings at airports to make sure that individuals are not carrying this virus before flying. Again, sounds very, very similar. Some people are wearing face coverings, masks. Oh man, I just it brings me trauma thinking about that again, right? Like, oh my gosh, do we really have to go back to that? But again, if it comes around, I guess we have to do what we got to do, right? But anyway, just want to bring this to your attention really quickly here. Let's see what happens. Only time will tell on this whole thing, right? Add more chaos to the mix right now. I think we all recognize it's been pretty chaotic. We're only like a month and a handful of days into 2026 at this point as I film this video. Been pretty chaotic so far, and realistically, this is just the start. There's going to be a whole lot more to come here, but I'll certainly keep you posted. Anyway, just want to point this out for you super fast. Now, one more thing I want to throw out there earlier. Today, I posted a community post. I am pulling comments out of the comments section for those of you that have called chapter right here with this phone number here, okay? Chapter for Medicare. If you're on Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare, let's just be real, if you hate your Medicare plan, if you need help finding the right Medicare plan and coverages for you and your personal needs, if you hate your coverages, if you can't see your doctor, if your prescriptions have gone up massively, call Chapter, seriously. I've been pulling the comments out of the comment section today. I have multiple pages more of comments. In fact, I posted the comments that I had at the moment in that community post earlier. I don't know, what are there, 20, 25, 30 comments in that post that I posted earlier? Maybe it's not 30. It's probably 20 to 25 comments. Anyway, give them a call if you're on Medicare. Chapter, phone number's right there. Give them a call. See what they can do for you. I think you may be shocked with your flexibility, your optionality that you still have right now in early 2026. If you're on Medicare, give them a call. See what they can do for you. I think you'll be shocked, okay? A lot of people, like over 1,000 people so far just this year in 2026 have already called them. A bunch of people saving a boatload of money. Again, just in the last 1 year alone, 10,000 of you have called that phone number, collectively saving over $2 million just in the last year alone. That's amazing, okay? Anyway, by the way, after you talk to Chapter here, by calling them right there, 100% free. Call them Monday through Friday during regular business hours. You'll get through to someone very relatively quickly. They'll be able to help you out. But my point is, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below on any video here on the channel. Use the word Chapter within your comment. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my stack here, and I'll continue to feature your comments in upcoming videos as well, just like these and all the others that I'm going to be featuring in upcoming videos that I shared with you earlier today in that community post. All right, anyway, hope this helps you out. Enjoy your day. Don't get too worried about this one. Let's see what happens on this. I'll keep it posted the whole way through, along with everything else going on right now. Please subscribe if you're new here. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Otherwise, enjoy your day. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll catch you again later in the next one.